Life often presents us with challenges, opposition, and even enemies who seek to bring us down. Sometimes these attacks are unwarranted. People may conspire against us, spread falsehoods, or work behind the scenes to harm us. But the good news is that God is always at work behind the scenes, frustrating the plans of the wicked and turning every evil plot for our good. In 1 Samuel 19, we see a clear picture of how God protected David from the schemes of King Saul. Despite Saul's repeated attempts to kill David, God intervened in various ways to preserve David's life. This same God is at work in our lives today. No matter the opposition, He will turn the situation in our favor. The enemy's plot against you. Hatred without cause. David was loyal to King Saul. He had served him faithfully, even defeating Goliath and bringing victory to Israel. Yet Saul became jealous and sought to kill him. Sometimes people would turn against us not because we have done anything wrong, but because they are insecure or envious of our success. Psalm 109 verse 3 to 5 says, "They have also surrounded me with words of hatred and fought against me without a cause. In return for my love, they are my accusers, but I give myself to prayer." Conspiracies and lies. Saul did not act alone. He tried to turn people against David. He ordered his servants and even his son Jonathan to kill David. 1 Samuel 19 verse 1. In life, there are times when people will spread lies about us or try to recruit others to work against us. But the Bible tells us in Isaiah 54 verse 19, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue which rises against you in judgment you shall condemn." God will raise advocates for you. Although Saul commanded Jonathan to kill David, Jonathan refused because he loved David and saw his innocence. He even warned David of the danger. 1 Samuel 19 verse 2 to 3. In the same way, God will place people in our lives who will defend us, warn us of danger, and advocate for us. Proverbs 16 verse 7 says, "When a man's ways please the Lord, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him." God will reveal hidden plans of your enemy. Jonathan not only refused to harm David, but also exposed Saul's plans. God has a way of revealing the enemy's plans before they can be executed. He will expose what is happening in secret and give us wisdom to act accordingly. Psalm 64 verse 2 to 4 says, "Hide me from the secret plots of the wicked, from the rebellion of the workers of iniquity, who sharpen their tongue like a sword." God will provide a way of escape. When Saul's men came to kill David at his home, Michal, David's wife, helped him escape through a window. 1 Samuel 19 verse 11 to 12. Sometimes, God will provide an unexpected way out of a difficult situation. It may be a job opportunity, a sudden relocation, or a timely warning that keeps us safe. 1 Corinthians 10 verse 18 reminds us, "God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it." God will confuse your enemies. When Saul sent messengers to capture David at Samuel's house, the Spirit of God came upon them and they started prophesying instead. 1 Samuel 19 verse 20 to 21. Even when Saul himself went, he too started prophesying. This shows that God has power over our enemies. He can confuse them, stop them, and even turn them into instruments for His glory. Exodus 14 verse 14 says, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." What are some of the lessons from David's story? Trust in God's protection. No matter how strong the opposition, God will shield you from harm. David trusted in God's protection and was never forsaken. Psalm 91 verse 1 to 2 says, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him I will trust." Walk in righteousness. David had done nothing wrong to deserve Saul's hatred, but he remained faithful to God. He did not retaliate against Saul or take matters into his own hands. When faced with opposition, we must choose righteousness over revenge, trusting that God will fight for us. God's timing is always perfect. Although David had been anointed as the future king, he had to go through trials before reaching his destiny. Sometimes, God allows challenges to prepare us for greater things. If David had not faced Saul's attacks, he would not have developed the character needed to be king. God will turn it for your good. The story of David teaches us that no matter the enemy's plans, God is always in control. He will expose evil plots, raise up advocates, provide a way of escape, and confuse those who seek to harm us. Romans 8 verse 28 reminds us, "And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to His purpose." If you are facing opposition, take heart. God is working behind the scenes. Just as He preserved David, He will protect you. Trust in Him, stay in His presence, and know that what the enemy meant for evil, God will turn for your good.